to Cajun Fortress, Mr. Verity. For more than 1,000 years, these mountains have bowed before Her Majesty.
It's magnificent. It symbolizes something. Its form.
A vision of chaotic poetry in celebration of consciousness.
Consciousness? A symbol of life?
The flow and cycle of energy that is life.
A fantastic accomplishment in worship of consciousness
and of truth. Greater understanding is above all else the strength of a people.
As a means to control their world.
Nothing controls the world, Mr. Verity. Energy will always travel the path of least resistance. All things physical will either obey this principle or be destroyed. The conscious mind is but a conduit of this energy, as are all things in the fall of gravity.
The awareness of the mind and life. The results of gravity.
Not the result, Trevor. Life is the coursing of gravity, as is death. The motion of all matter upon the turning world, beneath the seas, and throughout the infinite universe, all things flow in balance with that energy. Thought, Mr. Verity, is a completely logical flow of energy, to which we bear witness. We are the sum of our experiences. Experiences we do not control. Consciousness, the awareness of the mind and life, as you put it, is all that differs our existence from that of a stone. The thoughts and passions we find as our own are in reality those of the cosmos.
Isomer, with respect, perhaps I've misunderstood, or perhaps I am ill-equipped to understand at all. But the very notion that I should see my own mind, my decisions, my heart, as somehow independent of me.
Of course, Mr. Verity. I have no expectation that you will find any comfort in learning of this philosophy, for the suggestion seems that we are nothing more than the carved limbs and painted faces dangled upon wires in some grand puppet theater. A frightening concept, I understand. But let your care not be suffused by anxiety, Trevor. Although I will maintain, this is the reality of our domain. To not accept it changes nothing. The ordinary life will remain yours, perfectly the same, in the fall of gravity. But what magic of all will be born into reality at the acceptance? The state of existence that is life is maintained between the shifting forces of nature and circumstance. The illusion of control is our comfort. If not for fear, we would tumble away with neither notice nor value. be self-aware is an awe-inspiring privilege. Through our eyes, the cosmos itself is alive, and does share our desire to survive. Both finite and immortal, a paradox struggle against the form of gravity. Once free of the wires, we travel our destiny's calling, mortal beneath the infinite. The miracle of life is the reflection, what light becomes through the mind as part of the world, what makes the existence of all things to be real, the mirror, the soul. The vast complexity of matter so simple. We are the universe, the form it has become in each of us. What music we hear, which guides us, is but a ballad of prose, without purpose or rhyme. Scored of angst and desire, fear and envy. When we embrace the universe as our partner in the performance that is our lives, we are, as are all objects in nature, joined as one in the turning spiral of time. But the spiral has no center to be reached, only an infinite journey we will not individually survive. We may choose to do as most, to see ourselves as victims of our circumstances, or recognize our place as part of the whole, as an influence on the improvisational score to which we dance. During our brief lives, and beyond its apparent conclusion, our influence is more than we know or would believe. Learn to alter the music within ourselves, and we alter the events of the dance, is when puppet takes pull of the wires, and consciousness finds new meaning. The universe of which we are made does follow no law other than gravity. Or so it would seem. The day is waning, Trevor. We should move on. If we are to reach the tower by nightfall, come. Mr. Verity! Mr. Verity!